eliminating poverty?
Yeah, well, you can't eliminate poverty. It's so interesting that this debate issue priority over poverty or race. And in the United States, poverty, it was poor white people that were really becoming a problem to the establishment, to the aristocracy, to the ruling class, to the planter class, that it was poor white people. And so we had poverty was an issue back in the 1600s, 1500s, 1600s. So we had to figure out how we deal with that. And race has been one of the wedges that keep poor white people and poor people of color from coming together. And so race and class are so intertwined. Ira Katznelson, who's the author of the book When Affirmative Action Was White, he talks about the relationship between race and class as a Gordian knot. He said, you can't untie one lace and leave the other one intact. And so, that poverty is an issue. Your socioeconomic class and status, impacts your life. And we know that racial inequity exists along all of those socioeconomic on that continuum. So that white kids who are on free and reduced lunch in our schools have better outcomes than their peers who are in the same socioeconomic class as them. We know that there are racial gaps at the high income level. We know there are racial gaps at the professional level. There are racial gaps at the performance level. So ending poverty is important, but racism will just sort of remake it over and over and over again because of a 400-year history where 346 years, not only did your race determine your socioeconomic status then, but it determines your socioeconomic status today.
Trouble, but I said to some of my colleagues recently, so I know that it's an issue, but it seems like every single day on television I'm talking about race, and it's because of the news cycle, it's in the news, but sometimes I get so tired of talking about it. I want to just go, this is over. Can we move on?
And if you talk about it, it exists.
Right.
It's not like it exists and we refuse to talk about it, but making it a bigger issue than it needs to be is the problem we have.
Our equity approach isn't, doing things so that going forward, your outcomes won't be determined by race. Our equity approach includes that and says we must go back and capture the depth of the socioeconomic injury. The depth of the institutional injury has to be brought forward and be a part of that equity effort, or the inequity is so glacial that, again, it will just remake itself again.
So can I go back to, because I thought what you said was fascinating, because you called it bull when you said people can't, pull themselves up. Do you think that race plays a part in wealth distribution, or either a mindset that you can't
today?
Or cannot? Yeah.
No.
You don't?
No, I don't. You and I, we're proof. Why would race have anything to do with it? Put your mind to what you want to do and go for that. It's kind of like religion to me. It's a good excuse for not getting there.